Hi, I'm Royce Morales, and I'm going to talk about narcissism today. It's certainly a buzzword lately, in case you haven't noticed, but I have my own take on narcissists, and I'm going to give you this information. It may push a few buttons, I would say, because as usual in my teachings, I talk about taking responsibility. Nobody's a victim. So first of all, let me give you a little bit of a definition of a narcissist. A narcissist is somebody that truly believes, based on their survival beliefs, that they need to suppress or stop or control others in some way. Because again, their survival depends on it. So that's my definition. I could go further with that, but it's really not about them. It's about us. And if you've been watching my other YouTubes, it's all about what we attract and why. Why would we attract a narcissist or somebody that suppresses and controls us in so many ways? And I'm going to talk about how we allow that to happen and what happens from that and all kinds of good, juicy stuff. Okay, so first of all, if you are noticing that you have a narcissist in your life, you have attracted them for a lot of different reasons. On kind of a lower consciousness level, there's a part of you that believes that that is what you deserve for some reason. And I could talk about lots of reasons, but basically it's because perhaps somewhere back there in your life or lives, you have done something that you believe caused you to need somebody to suppress you and stop you and prevent you from being empowered. You know, again, this is a tough thing to swallow because it's so much easier to just look at situations like that and go, well, obviously you're a victim, because it sure looks that way. But again, on a spiritual level, everything is attracted to us because of what we believe we deserve. So why would we believe we deserve a narcissist? Well, like I said, we did something that we believe caused pain and loss, and we decided that we don't deserve our power. We don't deserve good things. We deserve to be suppressed and stopped. So we believe that. And another way to look at that, which again is tough, I admit this is not easy. It's tough to admit that on some level we believe that we're dangerous. So we need someone or something or life to stop us from hurting other people. So perfect way to do that is to have somebody that suppresses us narcissistically, if that's a word. But you know, we have this little dance that we do together. I believe I need to be suppressed and you believe you need to suppress. So let's do it together and enjoy the ride. Now, I have to say, narcissists and people that are suppressive and controlling in that way are probably our best teachers. They are helping us in kind of a strange reverse way to get our power back by seeing what's being reflected to us. So if we have somebody that is, you know, pushing us down in some way or doing all those things that narcissists do, what do we need to see about ourselves that they are reflecting? I talk about mirroring all the time in my YouTubes, but there's something deeply profound about looking at what's being suppressed or looking how perhaps we are suppressing others or have suppressed others in some way or controlled others or did things to others that we believe that caused pain or loss. So those narcissists are perfect reflections of what we are in denial of about ourselves. Those deeply subconscious, these are all subconscious things that we did that we're still defining ourselves as bad and hurtful and shouldn't be empowered and don't deserve all of that stuff. And all of us have that to some degree. You know, we just run around trying to hide it and ignore it. And then what gets reflected to us is we attract narcissists and we wonder why, and we feel like we're such victims. So that's the important part to remember from all of this. If you're still watching and not turned off and say, ah, no, I'm not responsible. Everything is attracted to you to wake you up and to help you become that higher consciousness person that you really are inside. So like I said, they're amazing teachers to help us do that. I want to talk about some common qualities when we're around somebody that has those narcissistic qualities that need to suppress that we've attracted. The first thing that happens is that there's a lot of ups and downs, dramatic ups and downs, because in some way we're triggered by them. So we go up and down all the time like a seesaw. You may feel good one day and then depressed the next. And a lot of times you feel really horrible around that narcissist and you don't know why. Again, because it's bringing up something in you that you don't want to see and pushing it down. They're helping to push it down. The second quality is a lot of times there's frequent illnesses or some kind of physical manifestation, especially when you're around a narcissist. I used to have that reaction when I would go see my mom. I would walk into the room and I was healthy, and the minute I saw her, I'd start to get a sore throat and I'd start to feel ill. She was triggering something in me that, again, she was bringing it up, but she was triggering something in me that was saying, oh, I don't deserve to be here. I just need to check out. I need to get sick, because it was such a deep subconscious thing that was going on, this dance between us. A lot of times, not only are there physical manifestations, but there's strange physical manifestations. Like, why do I have that weird disease? Or why do I have that weird sensation when I'm around them? So that's another quality. Another quality when we're around somebody that is suppressing us narcissistically is that we have a difficult time persevering, making a commitment, again, because we just don't feel deserving to do that. So we can't make a commitment, we can't stick to something, that sort of thing. And of course, the gift from that is to see our own denied actions and our own deservingness issues being reflected again. We're often quite numb and we don't even realize it. We don't understand why we can't feel our emotions, again, especially around somebody that is triggering that in us. Hopelessness, that kind of goes back to what I was saying about difficult time persevering and committing. Because we have this underlying feeling of hopelessness, because we're so suppressed and so beaten down, it shows up in all kinds of ways. Again, either getting sick or can't commit. All of that would be indicative of the fact that we feel hopeless. Now, this one is a tough one, admittedly. Again, goes back to what I was saying, how we attract certain things to help wake us up. But subconsciously, we crave being suppressed. We crave that narcissist to be in our life. It's kind of like we can't even allow ourselves to leave. For one reason, it's probably scary. But another reason, we believe that we're so dangerous that we need somebody to keep us down in that way. So that narcissist is doing their job and they're doing it well. We're uncomfortable with our own power. Sometimes, not always, people that are around narcissists and believe that they need that kind of suppression become suppressive and they become narcissists themselves. Now, the only difference is a true narcissist would never admit that that's what they're doing. You try to confront them on it, which I don't recommend doing because it's not about them anyway. But if you try to confront a narcissist, they would deny it and they'd say, "Oh no, I'm just very loving and I'm doing this for your benefit," and all of that. But because it's so ingrained and because you're denying those qualities in yourself, they start to come out with other people. The difference is that when you notice that about yourself, chances are you would admit it and you'd say, "Oh God, I shouldn't have done that. I'm so sorry." A narcissist wouldn't do that. Now, another quality is a constant need to please the narcissist, constant need to make sure that you're okay and that they love you and everything is okay, endlessly trying to get their approval and love. And of course, that's very futile. So those are some common qualities of what happens when we allow ourselves to be around a narcissist and be suppressed in that way. And the only difference being, like I said, is that a suppressive or a narcissistic person would never admit to those qualities or would never even recognize that that's what they're doing, no matter how many times you point it out to them or others. But the person that is allowing that to happen could see it, they could admit it, they could come up to it. So I find, unfortunately, or fortunately, actually, I think the more spiritual, the more sensitive, the more desire you have to evolve and grow and become a more loving human being, a more purposeful human being, chances are you would have some narcissists in your life. You would have some people that are pushing you down. And you can look at it in terms of victim, like, oh gosh, well, that's just terrible that they're doing that. But you can also look at it in a more positive way, that they are your best teachers. I know my mom was my absolute best teacher. She taught me so much about myself just by seeing what she was reflecting. So, on some level, us spiritual people desire to get our power back. And so we attract people to be those teachers. We attract people to really encourage us in negative ways and in triggering ways to wake up to who we really are. And remember, we're only suppressible, we're only affected by narcissists if we believe that's what we deserve on some level. On some level is the key word. It's not something we do consciously. And to the degree that we need those mirrors to wake us up, that's what we attract. So the key is to start cleaning things up in your life and to be conscious of what's being mirrored, to take action of some kind, to stick with those commitments, and to do what you know you're supposed to do here, and to really get back in touch with who you are. You can do that by allowing the narcissist and the suppressive people in your life to show you your buttons and to show you your mirrors. How am I allowing myself to be suppressible in that way? How am I allowing myself to be affected by a narcissist? What have I done? This is the key. What have I done in the past that I need to clean up that's allowing me to believe that I deserve to be affected by a narcissist? So that's all I wanted to say. By the way, if you need to leave a situation that you find yourself in where you're being affected by a narcissist, it's important to do that. Trust yourself to do that. But I do find that you'll leave one and you'll probably attract another. I know I certainly did in my life, but do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. But be aware of what's going on, because, it's a tremendous growth opportunity. And you're not going to get them to change. So all you can do is get yourself to see the truth and see what's going on. And that is what you deserve. You deserve to be authentic. You deserve to be empowered. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe and like. I have 3 books that I've written. They're all on my website. Take a look at them. I go into more detail about a lot of this stuff. Thank you so much.